show the privileged man hunting from his boat in a wetland. His hunting cat clenches 3 birds in its paws and mouth. Archaeological evidence reveals how important the cat was in ancient Egyptian culture. In fact, the ancient Egyptians can take credit for giving the modern world its favorite egocentric pet. The quadruped predator protected the Egyptians' food storage from pests, and its hunting skills, among other endearing qualities, earned it iconic status. As cats gained favor and increased prominence within Egyptian culture, they became sacred and were celebrated in paintings and statues. Their rising glorification began to spread, resulting in an assortment of feline deities, including Bastet. The goddess Bastet, who resembled a cat, was also associated with fertility, music, and dance. When the Persians went to war against the Egyptians more than 2,500 years ago, the front line would attach live cats to their chest, protecting shields, knowing an Egyptian warrior would not risk harming a cat for fear of incurring the death penalty. In the late 19th century, a farmer in Egypt was cultivating virgin land and discovered 300,000 cat mummies. The cache of bodies was marketed to buyers as fertilizer. The unique preservation process of a feline body was conducted in 6 steps. Priests would first remove the internal organs, then fill the body with sand or mud. Next, the body was positioned into a sitting pose and tightly wrapped with linen. Cloth-wrapped corpse would then be decorated with face paintings or other designs using black ink. The final step was natural dehydration. The demand for mummified dead cats outstripped the supply. The priesthood founded the niche business of providing worshippers with ready-made cat mummies. Of course, a cat goddess requires a location where annual celebrations can be held in her honor. A little town northeast of Cairo called Bast, later named Bubastis, became home of the yearly ritual of paying homage to Bastet. Folks gathered every year for outrageous parties that would make a college fraternity house bash look like daycare, all in honor of Bastet. Today, the temple is a mere shadow of its former glory, as it lies in ruins at a location known as Tel Basta. The number of cat cemeteries found in Egypt would rival that of tombs found in the Valley of Kings. Renowned for offering bronze images to their cat gods, Egyptians also thought they would gain more favor from the gods by presenting mummified cats. Ironically, millions of cats were killed, mummified, and buried in the worship of Bastet. The zeal for worshippers to demonstrate their faith by presenting a mummified cat to the gods likely launched humanity's first kitten mills. Some Egyptian temples became catteries, producing thousands of kittens for mummification. This lucrative business shortened a cat's lifespan, as the age of a feline victim was 2 to 4 months old. They were rushed to their death and the afterlife by strangulation. Ironically, Egyptian household pet cats were spared from sacrificial duties, enabling kitten mills to flourish for many years. During the time of feline worship and the offering of mummified cats in Egypt, it was also against the law to murder cats. The penalty for such a crime was death. Ancient Egyptians believed that cats' eyes reflected the sun, even during darkness when the sun was down. Ancient Egyptians believed that cats had divine powers as a whole, but the first individual feline suspected of possessing unworldly powers was believed to be Satan incarnate. He was the catalyst of evil-doing in the very first witch trial of the 16th century. In many ways, he is the original freaky feline. Cat history around the world. Cats are native to every continent except Australia and Antarctica. Mating, time, and travel resulted in 8 branches of the cat family tree known as Felidae. Not content to stay home, the 4-legged opportunists made at least 10 intercontinental migrations, colonizing most of the world. Australia likely became inhabited with domesticated cats later than the other continents, as a result of escapees from ships and later by the arrival of Europeans and their pets. With the exception of Antarctica, cats populate all the continents today. Only bits of the murals that adorned the palace walls of Minoan Crete, circa 1600 BC, have survived the ravages of time. However, in one particular scene, a feline is behind a hedge planning an attack on a pheasant.